left now. 15 seconds between us and history. As Charlton moving it around in the Wrexham half. The ball up to Doherty, who chips to the far post. And Okonkwo comes, doesn't get there, but it's scrambled away. Great block, actually, by Brunt under the bar. And that's it! That's it! We've done it! We are the first team in history to win back-to-back promotions. Oh, can you believe it?
Well, that's exactly what it is, Mark. History in front of our eyes. We've been on the journey. I don't like the word that much, but that's what it has been. And full credit to every single one of those players, members of backroom staff. But Phil Parkinson, the job you've done, wow. What a hero, what a legend. That is what you are. And to those owners in the box, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 3 times over, 10 times over. How many times will we say it? Unbelievable. Just so special, Mark. It's just been remarkable. What a privilege to have been able to watch it and see it unfurl in front of our eyes. This team just written their names into absolute history, haven't they?
It's just astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. It's been an honour to share this season with you and Andy. It really has. And the scenes on the pitch now with the fans going crazy. Absolutely fantastic. The players are all in amongst there. You can just about see Longman being held up on people's shoulders. Oh man, that is something else. But you just can't believe it, can you? You can't believe it. I mean, when I was a kid, we were in the second division. My first season was watching it at that level. We couldn't make any real impact at that level. It was just amazing to be there. And now we go in there again. Who'd have thought that when we got 295 fans to our game at Grays Athletic, well, about 12, 13 years ago. Oh, it's just fabulous, isn't it?
It's crazy, and you know, people can say what they want about. Obviously, we've had the money, we've been allowed that, and that's obviously helped. But that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't give you that right to be where we've got to right now. That comes from hard work. That comes from effort. That comes from desire, having that confidence, that ambition that we've had at this football club. That belief that's come above more than anything. It's so special, and how lucky are we to have these players, these owners that understand what it means to wear that badge on their chest, to sing the songs, go on the Stoke Kairas, on that hallowed turf. We're so lucky, and long may these days continue. But believe me, this one's going to be a late one.
Yeah, I think so. See James McLean in the middle of the crowd there on people's shoulders, going nuts. Marius is down there on people. They all are. They're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. And they have had to dig deep and fight when they've needed to. They've turned up under pressure. And then today, wow, they did the business. There's no question about that. A 3-0 win against Charlton. Rathbone with us drilling in the first. Wrexham were absolutely unbelievable in the opening stages. The tempo, the aggression, it was like Blackpool all over again. And then Smith getting the second. A tremendous volleyed finish. Mark Hughes got the scissor kick at one end. He's got the iconic one at that end now, the opposite end. And then just to wrap it all up, Smith with the fabulous header in the second half from a McClure cross. This is the side that beat Wickham 4-0 away. This is the side who in doing so set a club record for the most clean sheets in their history. And then we came along, Mia.
We certainly did. I mean, you know, at the start of this season, I think there were a lot of people who didn't really know what to expect. I think I was probably one of them people who was saying, you know, the sort of, that word everyone's saying, why were you saying it, like year of consolidation? Wow, I regret saying that. Because look at what this team have done. Yeah. Look at what we've achieved. You know, you look at the likes of Birmingham, we always knew they were probably going to run away with it, and full credit to them for doing that. You know, we know we've been in that position. We know how hard it is to when you're expected to just run away with something. But Wrexham, I mean, there's been moments, there's been doubters. Don't doubt this team. Don't doubt Phil Parkinson, because I'll tell you something, they'll prove you wrong time and time and time again. And that's what they've done. It's not all been easy this season, but that bounce back ability, that resilience, the mentality of this squad, it's undeniable. And now they can go and enjoy it. Let's have a party at Lincoln next week, shall we?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan, doesn't it? I mean, the symmetry is beautiful, isn't it? We get relegated 2008 from the Football League, and we have a fancy dress party at Lincoln. Classic black humour. Now we can go there and have a party at Lincoln and have a great old time, because this is an achievement, isn't it? It's fantastic. Oh my word. I can't tell you. This is absurd. The two words, I think, of the season: consolidation and hoofball. Well, if this is consolidation, I embrace it. If this is hoofball, I want more of it. This is wonderful.
Long live Parky Ball, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Tell you what, people doubted the performance or results. It's a results-driven industry, that's what he gives you. This takes Phil Parkinson to 6 promotions in his career. Only 4 of other men have done that. It's remarkable, it just can't be understated. I'm going to keep using these words. I'm running out of adjectives to describe the achievement that this is. Watching Wrexham when I was younger, it was National League, and you just never felt like we were escaping that. We're playing Leicester next season. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
I pity Leicester. It's not going to turn out well for them. It's nuts. It's just nuts. There's no two ways about it. What an achievement by Wrexham. What an achievement. The first team in history to eat more chips and not let salads win. The first team in history to win 3 consecutive promotions, including in the Football League. The list goes on. Parkinson has won 25 league games in 4 seasons for Wrexham. We've only done it 7 times in our entire history. It's just phenomenal, utterly phenomenal. Mia has had to go down now to do Matchday Live. That could be quite a fun watch, I've got to say, and I certainly wouldn't blame you if you popped across to watch that. But I'll keep going here because, my God, it's fun. Oh, the scenes, the pitch packed with the Wrexham fans. There's wonderful sights. Flags, Welsh flags waving. I think the players look to have gone in now. They've got their way into the changing room, and that'll be somewhere. Hey, I tell you what, if only we had some sort of TV crew here that would film the behind the scenes stuff and let us watch it at a later date. Wouldn't that be nice? But I mean, it's just fabulous. I mean, last night, like I said, meeting people in the turf, the loveliest people, and being able to just appreciate that what these owners have brought to this club, the positivity that has been around this club, and the sense of belonging, and the way that we want people to be part of this. We want people to appreciate what we have here. But lots of people think their football club is special. We've been able to, thanks to the owners, double down on that, supercharge what we had already. And this is just superb. And there's that little wonderful voice in the back of my head saying, this isn't necessarily the end of it. Oh my word. You know, I was feeling quite relaxed this morning because I felt the direction of travel is upwards. I'd be so upset if we weren't able to go up this season. But next season I felt we would do it. Well now, we've just achieved the ludicrous. You know, we've been promoted once under Ken Barnes, early 60s, once under John Neal, 1970, once under Arvon Griffiths, 78, once under Brian Flynn, 93, once under Dennis Smith, 2003, and that was it. 5 promotions. And now Phil Parkinson's done 3 on his own. 8 promotions in our history. But like I said, I know I've said this before, but you look at what this club's history is. We spent 4 years at the 2nd tier, the championship level. Did I say 4 years? I'm sorry, my brain's not working. I'm far too happy to think. But yeah, 4 years at the 2nd tier level. And like I said, they were a battle, a bottom half battle really to an extent. But that's all we've got at that level. 4 years in a row, start of the 70s, end of the 70s, start of the 80s. And now we're there again. Amazing. The fans on the pitch are dispersing because the announcement's being made that they want to be able to bring the players out onto the pitch. And the crowds are doing that. I understand that it's been the brilliant compliance of the fans after our promotions and adhering to what the announcements are saying and leaving the pitch when asked to, which has sort of made sure we've managed to avoid any disciplinary issues. So off they go again. Back to back banner on the crowd, right in the heart of it, in the centre circle. Oh, wow. And like I said, I'm sorry, I'm a broken record, but no one's done this. No one has got into the Football League and in that process won 3 consecutive promotions. No one. The record we set 2 years ago of 111 points, the most ever in a British season, could be equalled by Birmingham but can't be beaten, so we will remain on top of that. But the most important thing, let's be honest, is the Reds are going up. Ole, ole. Can't argue with that, chaps. Yeah, I'm going to keep going to see if we can, see the players coming out as well. But this is remarkable. This is awesome. And it's something that reverberates around the world and can only help us to build on this incredible project that Rob and Ryan have created. This astonishing work of genius by them to turn their celebrity into currency for our benefit, to be able to attract these terrific blue chip sponsors and get us where we are. Oh my goodness me. As the sun sends streaks across the pitch, beautiful light, the golden hour, that's what this is. It streaks out between the Macron stand and the Stoke Cold Brew coffee stand. And it does feel right now like it's always sunny in Wrexham. Wow. So the fans still making their way off. Fans posing with their flags for photographers. The moment being captured. I recognise the odd person down there, and I'm feeling I probably shouldn't say who they are for legal reasons. Oh my word, what a day, and what a performance as well. You know, we've had pressure on us. The Bristol Rovers game, that feels like a long way away now, doesn't it? But you've got to also, I mean, Mia's quite right to talk about Phil Parkinson's magnificent work for this football club. He has been astonishing. But I do think that you look at experience, well, it's an intangible thing, isn't it, experience? And yet, I think you can look at what he's achieved and consider this. We're on the longest run, unbeaten run in the division at the moment, because he's realised that in a running, okay, lovely if you can just win hand over fist like we did when Andy Morrell scored his 40 plus goals in a season in 2002-2003, and you end it by equaling the club's record for most games in a row that have been won. Yeah, that's fantastic. But usually you don't get promoted with that sort of heroic thing. Instead, you get promoted by turning up every week and accumulating points and just keeping going. And that's what Wrexham did. We haven't lost in a long time. Even if we were having a disappointing time of it, even if a drop in points against Bristol Rovers, Cambridge, whoever, we were still picking up points, whereas teams like Wycombe would look great one week but then would lose. And that solidity, every season our points total goes up a little bit more. After every game the points total goes up a little bit more. That is what we've achieved. That's what Parkinson has instilled in the team, and that's what's got us up. As the crowd are now dispersing, there's a line of stewards halfway across the pitch looking to just make sure the fans stay on the Macron stand side, and then I assume the players will be able to come out. in the owner's box. They're still up there. Because I can't see how on earth Rob and Ryan were able to fight their way through that throng of, gosh, those well-wishers. They'd be utterly, they'd all want to mob them, I tell you what. So they're up there for the moment at least. But goodness me, what a day. What a day. What an achievement. And can I just point out, Welsh Cup final tomorrow in Newport, Wrexham against Cardiff on iFollow. Just mention that, you know. But yeah, what a day. As Elliot Lee is still in amongst all the crowds. He's just been sort of plucked out from them. You know, I mean, Lee has given us so much. I mean, this has been so much to people like him who have been able. One of the nice things about Welcome to Wrexham is that these players have been afforded an opportunity so many players don't get to show themselves as people, to show what they are like, to give you the chance to see just how decent they are. And people like Elliot Lee, you know, and it's been wonderful to see how good and decent and generous with their time they are. I just had the last warning, you know, to please get off the pitch, otherwise the players wouldn't be able to come on. So the players are the fans slowly retreating back to the Macron stand. The pitch is starting to empty. That line of stewards was in line with the near post as I'm sitting. Now it's in line with the far post as they just get people to leave. But that corner between the Macron stand and the Stoke Cold Brew Coffee end is packed with people who have retreated but gone there. Wow. What a scene, what a sight. I mean, to think that we would be achieving this anyway with this amount of people in the ground. There's people all around hugging each other. Oh, it's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. A little child, little baby on the, well, toddler on the pitch getting hugged and held aloft. And yeah, we're all getting ready now for the players to come out, and what a noise you'll hear then. There's still the odd straggler on the pitch. And we got to the point now where almost everyone's off. They need to get off now. Come on. Let's get moving. But wow. What a day. And indeed, let's be honest, what a night it's going to be. The photographers now gathered in the centre circle, getting ready for the players. The fans, there's not that many on the pitch now, still a few straggling in front of the Macron stand. The corners are packed with people who have just gone to the nearest point off the pitch so they can stay in and watch their heroes. And what heroes. Charlie out there, the groundsman, goodness me, he hasn't worked for so long with no budget. It's wonderful. I mean, look at this marvellous playing surface, given a bit of support. He's done everything. He's been brilliant. They're starting to put a cordon up for the photographers now so that they can't encroach on where the players are. And they'll be given space to celebrate in the style they want to. And soon we will see those conquering heroes. The only way Rob and Ryan, I think, will be able to get to see them with all the fans massed in front of the Macron stand would be if they ran out the back exit and ran around to the car park and came back in that way. Oh, wouldn't it be brilliant if they then came across a Jobsworth steward who wouldn't let them back in? Where's your ID? I own the club. I pay you. No ID, you're not coming in. I don't know why the doorman's from Lancashire, and yet it seems he is. At least in my imagination. But yeah, this is just utterly, utterly fabulous. This is a club transformed, a town transformed. And there's an awful lot of happiness up in this patch of northeast Wales and indeed across the world right now. The level of support we've had. There's Rex. He looks pleased. And the Wrexham fans now summoning their heroes in song. The Welsh tradition, eh? Wow. been a day. It's been emotional. I was talking beforehand to Steve Watkin, a true hero of the club, a local hero for the club. And yeah, he, brilliant to see people like him here. Mark McGregor was there as well, legends of the club who have served us with distinction. And they've been here, they've made their own history at this club, and now they get to see history once more. The fans are almost completely off the pitch now. And soon, surely, the players will be out and we'll be able to celebrate with them. Before they come out, I just want to say it has been an absolute honour to produce content for, well, let's leave that, because here we are. The players are starting to come out. Matty James comes out first and then immediately is grabbed hold of by Sky to do an interview. But here's Brunt. And the fans on their feet, acknowledging these players who have given everything. They have dug deep. Brunt's told to go back in. I think there's some planned march out together. And Matty James being called across to a TV interview has put the kibosh on it looks like. Just along the bench for me, Barry Horn, a man who's contributed so many remarkable memories for us, scoring the winning goal at Porto. A great player for Wrexham and Wales. And he's here to witness it too. And that's what football's all about, isn't it? The history, the fans, the players. Things going back for 160 years, special things, the things that matter. As Jurgen Klopp said, football, the most important of the unimportant things in life. I love that. But you can see here, and you can see in what Welcome to Wrexham brings forward, that this club is a great example of the goods that sports, that football can do. It's a line of photographers now ready to greet the players, and also the ball boys who are all really excited, and ball girls jumping up and down. But yeah, soon they'll be out on the pitch. Probably, I assume, Matthew James still going with Sky. Let him go. Let him celebrate. We're far too polite a club, aren't we, eh? Letting him do this. Yeah, nobody's left here except, I assume, the Charlton fans, and I wouldn't blame them for 1 second. When we beat Boreham Wood, I was able to go on the pitch with the players, and it was interesting to see how many Boreham Wood fans actually stayed and were applauding us. And I thought, well, fair play to them, a few of them. And I chatted to some of them, and they were saying, we deserve to go up. It's a good thing. We're doing good things as a club, and they wanted to just acknowledge that. So, fair play to them. Right, is this an announcement? It is. Let's hear it. Oh, it's for an individual. Yeah, they're putting up the boards. Promotion, it says. They're setting them up, by the way, facing the Macron stand, so I'm on the wrong side. I don't care. It's going to be great to see them celebrate anyway. Oh, goodness me. Land of My Fathers, the song now. Wrexham fans, a tuneful bunch, living up to the cliche, the stereotype. Listen to this. And out they come. James McLean, the skipper, out first. Smith with his promotion flag round his shoulders. A lot of them have got these promotion flags. Dobson comes across. Massive performance by him. Ryan Barnett immediately going to get an embrace. His family, the family of the players, are on the halfway line on our side, and they've come across to them first to give him a hug. Harry Ashfield. That guy's going to enjoy the championship, isn't he? Owen O'Connell with his 2 little kids. Callum Burton, who came in and played such an important role when we were stricken by injury to Arthur Okonkwo. Rathbone. Let's listen to Emma Harris. The sleeping giant has awoken once more. Oh, I like it. Cleworth down there. What a player Cleworth is. Every time he steps up a level, he steps up a level. Matty James lifting his toddler, throwing his toddler up in the air, having a whale of a time. What a signing Matty James has been. What a quality player. Oh, it's lovely. There it is, fantastic. As the players are now, I think, preparing to go across to the presentation area. Notice they've all got medals already, it seems. Be more of a celebration. Listen to this noise. Mark Howard out there. With number 71 on his, oh no, 21. Sorry, 71 is his age, isn't it? I forgot. Oh, yeah, just looking around, these players who made such a contribution to this club. Andy Cannon out there, not on crutches. Isn't that great? It'll be wonderful to see him back this year. Owen O'Connell, who has been massive for us. Missed out on these final games through injury, but what a contribution he has made. Jack Marriott. I mean, his goals at the start of the season were massive for us, weren't they? And there's the coaching staff too. Steve Parkin. Phil Parkinson on the halfway line. Aidan Davidson. So many good people. Such good infrastructure that the club has put in. Wrexham Dragons going to stir up the Stoke Cold Brew Coffee, and all the kids are following him. All the players' kids are chasing him across the pitch. That's great fun. Oh, wow. So at the moment, the players accumulate in front of a Wrexham lager stand with their families, just enjoying the moment before they acknowledge the fans. Welcome to Wrexham crew are in there as well. Jacob Mendy with his Gambian flag. Arthur Okonkwo in there with a red and white scarf tied around his head like a bandana. Cleworth dancing around. Ollie Palmer there as the fans sing for McLean, and he's loving it. He walks to the Stoke Cold Brew Coffee end, enjoying that, punching the air. Harry Ashfield and Seb Revan joining in. Cleworth swinging his shirt over his head. Oh, they're having a great time out there. We're having a great time round here. Yeah, Palmer, I saw on the halfway line, looking delighted. Yeah. Oh, this is just something to relish, isn't it? You're never guaranteed anything in life or in sport. But goodness me, these guys, utterly fabulous, aren't they? Dan Scarr, who has stepped in when O'Connell got injured and just shown that quality. I mean, we brought Dan Scarr in because he's a good championship level player. And when he couldn't get in the team, the number of opposing fans, opposing teams, press people saying, what on earth are you doing? Why are you not using Scarr? Well, he's come in and really shown that quality. In these closing matches, he's been brilliant. Yeah, but what an occasion. George Evans down there with his medal. Totally deserves. Such a class act he is. And even though he couldn't get into the team at the end of the season, he's certainly done his bit. Sings, the crowd serenading Paul Mullin. And here he is, the man himself, in the penalty area in front of that Stoke Cold Brew end, applauding Mullin. Here he goes. Yes. A legend, a legend. Paul Mullin. We would not have got where we are now without him. The goals he has scored. One of the few players, 8 male players who've scored 3 figures for us. Oh gosh. So yeah, the players now massed in front of the Wrexham fans and the Stoke Cold Brew Coffee end and applauding them. I hope you're patient. This could last a while. Leicester Dragon bowing down in front of Mullin, worshipping him, and let's be honest, worships what he's got and what he's deserved for this club as well. Paul Mullin, as a player, as a man, has made an impact on all of us. But yeah, I mean, the Stoke Cold Brew Coffee end, wow, that looks like quite a bit of fun, I'm telling you. When I got in my car to come to the game, randomly it put Sam Smith on Spotify. I haven't got any Sam Smith songs on Spotify, but I think they were trying to tell me something, weren't they? Yeah, the fans shouting for Palmer, who acknowledges them as well. Another player who has done so much for us, who facilitated Mullin's excellence for so long. We put in a terrific first half of this season. Now it's Rathbone getting his name sung out. And he loves it, running up to applaud the fans. Poor fans in the fourth wall have got the sun in their eyes trying to enjoy all this. At least it's not raining. Oh, here comes the Okonkwo song. He's been superb, hasn't he? I mean, Okonkwo, when he signed permanently for us, wasn't that a huge, huge moment? Wow, it's just something else. It really is. To Stephen Fletcher now, it's his turn. Elliot Lee's come across to talk. Mulfall out there, I see as well. He's one for the future. Be interesting to see how he develops next year. Cleworth now, and they don't have to push him forwards this time to acknowledge. What a polished player Cleworth is. The sky's the limit for him, surely. Barnett now. That's so nice. Oh, every player going up individually, getting their song sung to them. It is terrific. I mean, this could take days. And Dobson breaks ranks and comes to applaud the fourth wall. Andy Cannon's going up now with a fan singing his name. Longman there with him. And Cannon loving it. But yeah, what a day this has been. What an occasion this has been. I guess I've probably said all I'm going to be able to say, haven't I? Steam probably finished about half an hour ago. So maybe I'll knock this one on the head. Please join me tomorrow for the stream of the Newport game. If you're up by then. This is already the perfect weekend, but my word, if we can win that too, wouldn't that be something? But Wrexham today have made history. We've got another game on Saturday. A party as to, oh, actually, maybe I won't go because the players are now coming across and the owners have made their way down. Well done them. And they're now at the presentation area. And the players all come across. McElhenney and Reynolds hugging each player in turn. Brunt goes first. They're bringing out a big bucket, which looks suspiciously like it might be one of those, tipping ice on people occasions. And the players now are starting to mass at the display area. This is something else. This is something else. It really, truly is. Andy Morell is it down there now on Sky. Saved the best to last. So the players are standing at the presentation area. The families behind them. Except for the little kids who are just having a great time playing football in the goal in front of the Stoke Coldbrew Coffee end. But yeah, what a ride this has been. Generally, until the takeover, our promotions were at least 10 years apart. We seem to have bucked that trend somewhat. Can I be maybe the first person to just say back to back to back to back? It's got a nice ring to it, hasn't it? There's no trophy, of course, to give Birmingham. Rightly the champions. They've been outstanding, but there'll be a hell of a celebration. The players are all embracing each other now. The photographers taking their pictures. Oh, my word. Scar, as always, just towering over everyone else, it seems. The coaching staff are there now with the players, all arms around each other's shoulders. And I think some champagne may be shaken there. Here we go. There they are celebrating. There is a trophy. And the team bouncing in celebration. The fans delighted. Brunt on the teammates' shoulders. Wrexham have done it back to back to back. Oh, this story is ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. Thank you so much for letting me play a part in telling that story. Thank you all for being so patient. Thank you all for sticking with this and getting the reward. It's been an absolute pleasure to be producing the content with Andy and Mia on match days. There's the gang and Final Whistle Weekly as well. The Che and Bill and Neil and Andy. With Lucy doing the women's games. And as I said, come back on that tomorrow, please. This has been a treat, and the wonderful thing, the amount of fantastic people who I meet now because of the success of the club, apart from the ones I already was meeting. It's just life-enhancing, this. It's life-enhancing. That's the only way of putting it. It's a privilege, it's a pleasure, it's a joy. And I guess, finally, thank you, Ryan and Rob and all those good people who have brought us this unmeasured elation and joy. And the Allen family, clearly good people who've come in to see just how far we can spread this. Like I said, back to back to back to back. You never know. With a final score of Wrexham second in League One, I'll see you in the Championship. I've been Mark Griffiths with Mia Roberts and Andy Morrell from Wrexham AFC.